By the way, as for who won the debate, Vance won the debate. I'll be honest, I didn't think he was going to. I thought that Tim Walz had some sort of special superpower that he'd been hiding for a long period of time. He's been through many debates, governor, running for Parliament, the House multiple times. But JD Vance just knocked him out, just started playing with him. Now, he was, yes, the most level-headed version of JD Vance that many people have ever seen, myself included. But in the end, who cares? When everyone from the New York Times to the Daily Mail say that you won, and our dear friend Megyn Kelly couldn't hide her excitement at how well Vance did and how poorly that liar went.
The moderators were not much better. They were a little better than ABC News. But JD Vance put on a masterclass in how to handle biased moderators and a lying opponent. And it was a thing of beauty. It was beautiful. It was like every Republican or Republican voter or person who, in this case, is rooting for Trump knows exactly what I am feeling right now, which is just, thank God.
Now, as for her guests in the post-game, the bloke who's in the business suit, he's the straight journalist. The very smiley guy is the Democrat. The guy in the middle is Sean Spicer, who you know used to work as the press secretary for Donald Trump, and, of course, a regular guest with my mate Andrew Bolt on his program. And all of them thought exactly the same as Megyn.
I thought Tim Walz looked a little overwhelmed. He looked, frankly, a little small and simple.
I think he's lucky that he was bailed out by the moderators, because what was a mismatch would have been a massacre had it been a level playing field. His performance was shaky.
So how do you expect Tim Walz, who frankly is handicapped from doing a good job to begin with because he wasn't a good debater, to articulate somebody else's positions that he doesn't know, she doesn't know?
Walz did seem unsteady, and frankly, what I saw in Walz is somebody who has not faced questions on a national stage since he became the Democratic nominee. He was simply out of practice.
So now it's 2 from 2. When the media played along with the Harrison Waltz game of no serious interviews, no press conferences, eventually the people aren't match fit for when they have to get into the ring and have to debate their case. In JD Vance's case, he's done something like 100, literally 100 different interviews since being named as Donald Trump's running mate. One was match fit, one thought that they could coast. As again, one of those people said, if it wasn't for the moderators, and one of whom was just abysmal, then it would have been even more obvious. But by the way, the CNN poll, which you may well have heard, was 51-49 in favour of JD Vance. They oversampled Democrats by 5%. So he won, and he won by a much bigger margin, but statistically that's why it ended up at 51-49. But as for the mega lefties over on MSNBC, well, this was their review to what you just saw.
I think the big picture takeaway from this is that one of these candidates is much slicker than the other, is a much more practiced kind of professional debate style speaker, and the other candidate won.
Sorry? The guy who's asked directly about a lie, exposed on national, international television, takes us for a ride through his childhood and bikes and not answering the question, a little bit like Kamala Harris with the, so how are you going to fix the economy? Well, middle class and lawns and all that other garbage that was thrown out there. Honestly, but that's the world they live in.